Ever wondered how well you understand the American democracy? Are you sure your perceptions are accurate? Let's debunk some misconceptions. First off, the Founding Fathers didn't establish a direct democracy. Instead, they set up a representative democracy where citizens vote for representatives who make decisions on their behalf. Secondly, the Electoral College doesn't necessarily reflect the popular vote. The president is elected through this system, where states have assigned electors based on congressional representation. So the Founding Fathers established a representative democracy, and the Electoral College doesn't always reflect the popular vote. Still with us? Great. Let's debunk a few more misconceptions. The Bill of Rights, while fundamental, doesn't cover every conceivable right. Our rights continue to evolve with society and Supreme Court rulings. And while we often label the U.S. as a democracy, it's more accurately a democratic republic. We elect representatives who make decisions for us. Also, the president's power isn't unlimited. There are checks and balances in place. Lastly, the Supreme Court isn't completely apolitical. Justices can be influenced by their own ideologies. So the Bill of Rights doesn't cover every conceivable right. The U.S. is a democratic republic, the president's power is limited, and the Supreme Court isn't completely apolitical. We're on the home stretch now. Ready for the final misconceptions? Despite its progress, the U.S. hasn't always had universal suffrage. The president, contrary to popular belief, doesn't have direct control over the economy. And while the Democrats and Republicans dominate, there's no law mandating a two-party system. Lastly, the Constitution, while revered, isn't immutable. It has been and can be amended to reflect societal changes. So the U.S. hasn't always had universal suffrage. The president doesn't have direct control over the economy. There's no law mandating a two-party system, and the Constitution isn't immutable. Wow, that was a lot to take in, wasn't it? We've journeyed through 10 common misconceptions about American democracy. From the nature of our democratic republic, the role of the Electoral College, to the limitations of the Bill of Rights and the president's power. We've debunked the myth of the Supreme Court's apolitical stance, the idea of universal suffrage from the start, the president's control over the economy, the supposed two-party system law, and the immutability of the Constitution. Remember, understanding our democracy is key to participating in it effectively. Stay curious.